Lego.
It's Too T3rpd.
All right, you already know. Question number 1: do you freestyle?
Nope, not this time.
All right. You know, I always got to try. You never know. Something special might happen just every now and then. But not today. Y'all already know it's a Too T3rpd podcast, and it's your boy Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You Knew What It Was When You Signed Up. What you looking at me like that for?
See, he's already started. I
thought I did something wrong for a second.
Nah, not at all.
Oh, okay.
But what's good? It's your boy, SLUM, 3 P's and 1 D. It's Slump. How are y'all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. See, I say one thing, and I already get the looks.
I mean, you came in with big slump last week. Now you just regular slump. What's up?
Sometimes I feel 6'6", sometimes I feel 5'6".
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, I always gotta give him trouble. This wouldn't work if I didn't.
Little ball busting is always a little fun.
It wouldn't be a show if you two didn't argue.
Oh, that's a fact. You already know. Big slumped in the building, though. You already know. My dog. All right, so we got special people in the building. You already know. We already saw this man a couple weeks ago. But we got a special guest in the building. This has actually been an episode that I've been wanting to do for a minute now. Because we've been talking about this for the last couple of episodes. I've been talking to you about it for the last couple of years now, as a matter of fact. Been trying to get you on, but we finally got it. So we got Encrypted Souls Paranormal. Oh, yes. Yeah. Woo! I was so nervous. I was like, okay.
ESP for short.
Word.
Yeah.
Almost got it backwards for a minute. I was like, no. You got this.
It's a mouthful.
That's what she said. But y'all already know. We got Apryl and the homie Hypo in the building.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Ooh, I'm gonna get it right this time. Hold on. Y'all already know that big ass studio audience out there.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. How y'all doing this evening?
Good.
Hell yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get this started. So let's talk about. Why did I just do that to myself? Encrypted Souls Paranormal. Oh, I did it anyway.
You did.
Give us the background.
Okay, well, probably I'm gonna say 7-ish years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We got together. We'd been together for a minute, engaged, doing the whole thing, and I was like, dude, I was sitting here watching one of the shows on TV, the ghost hunting shows, and I'm like, I remember thinking, man, I can't wait till my kids grow up. Like, I'm going to do this. And I was like, wait a minute. They are grown. I can do this. So I just started, him, and he was like, oh, jeez. He was like, really? I was like, you can be head of tech. He's like, toys? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm in. So I was like, sweet, And I just started talking to old friends that I knew were either already in it or interested in it, and it's kind of taken off from there. I mean, you do it for fun,
Hell yeah.
Learned a lot about yourself when you do that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So, how early of an age would you say that you were interested in paranormal activity?
As far back as I can remember. As soon as I guess I was 4 or 5, somewhere around there. And I had older aunts, which they were teenagers, but they were kids too, and they're watching the old horror movies and stuff, and I couldn't take my eyes off them. And they're like, and of course my mom would walk in and I'm like, are you kidding me? Why are you letting her? They're like, she loves it, So I guess that's kind of where the spooky aspect of it came from. And then as I got to be like in my adolescent, teenage years, I started having like feelings. Like back then they were creepy, you know what I mean? But and I was telling my mom, like, dude, I was like, I feel somebody's watching me. And so we had like the talk of okay, well, you're not the only one, in the family, and we do believe, and
talk closer into the mic.
oh, I'm sorry,
Oh, good.
and
There we go.
we do believe, and so she was very open to it. I was never, made to not talk about it or hide it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And those teenage years, I mean, they're rough because that's when like a lot of poltergeists and stuff are created with all the hormones and just trying to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teenagers will pull that energy out. So a lot of crazy shit happened with me and my brother because we were teenagers sometimes. So yeah, we got stories, but yeah, it was, like I said, as far back as I could remember, really. So yeah.
Okay. So when did you start checking out like different places? Like when did that start becoming an interest? Like I guess different places where you started to find out about paranormal activity and all of that.
When did I start finding out about paranormal activity, or?
No, when you started like
We kind of researched it.
Oh, you mean to go to locations?
Mm-hmm. 'Cause I'm sure that started like even before you all started videotaping and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we like he said, a lot of research.
Okay.
we would find, you find like folklore, and you find all kinds of, these sometimes websites we look around like, hey, haunted areas in our area or ghost stories, and you start finding out a lot of these stories are true, and different buildings are haunted. Then you just find out. Then we got together with some other paranormal groups that had events in different haunted houses, so we got some good information from them.
Yeah, public events are really good for people who either just want to go and just do it one time, or just see what it's like and see if they want to continue to do it.
Okay.
It's the public events. I mean, we that's kind of where we started. We had our little team, and there's like 4 of us. And we learned a lot. We did. So that's a really good place. But yeah, and like TV shows and stuff like that, now that but then there's research into that too, because, it is very Hollywood hyped up, so
And some from friends too. They gave us some opportunities to investigate their house.
Okay.
yeah.
This place called the Car House, one of the first places we did. It never was, and no paranormal team has ever been there before, so this friend of April's family owned it, so they let us investigate there. And we've got some other places in the neighborhood that were kind of local to us that let us go in there and start investigating.
We've talked to teenagers before, just, like, hey, so what's the haps with this area?
Yeah.
Because they be knowing everything. They know all the ghost tea, dude.
Yep.
Like, all of it. But, yeah, so it's getting out there, experience, research. It's all of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. Ooh. Trying to figure out. So did you like ever go check out like abandoned buildings and all that stuff when you were younger and stuff like that? Like,
God, man, the main place, and you probably are too young to know, but some of your viewers may remember, it was called the Equidome.
Okay.
And it was out in Bush's Wildlife, and it was this old abandoned like plant or something, like industrial type plant, and crazy shit went on. The rumor was, satanic worshiping and everything. So of course, let's go. I mean, teenagers, dumb. Yeah. And there was this. You went down to the bottom, got down this ladder, and there was a big concrete slab, and it had blood on it.
Oh,
and there was
shit.
like 12 gauge bullets in the steel door, and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So we were stupid brave. It was that curiosity, kind of thing. And man, at one point we would go all the time, me and my friends, day, night, and then it's gotten torn down now. There's a lot of theories and rumors of some crazy shit that went down there. Like, I can tell you off camera,
Oh, for sure.
but it might. Yeah, I ain't trying to get.
Yeah, I feel you.
I ain't trying to,
Say
suicide.
less. I feel you.
But yeah, there's a lot of different rumors and theories on that. But and to think back that we did shit like that, I was like, oh my god, dude, I'd kill my fucking kid.
That's gangster, yo.
Dude, no. So I mean, yeah, when I was younger, yeah. Now, it's like, dude, can we really afford the fine? You know, it's like a $2,000 fine, dude.
Responsible hunting, y'all.
You know, and it's like,
Yeah, there's some cool places in St. Louis, you know, Zombie Road or some places that you can't go to at night, they'll find you, but the folklore and story there. And
y'all ever tried the bubbleheads in North County?
No, I have not seen that yet or heard about that one yet.
Yeah, I might have to go look at that, yo. Go find out about the bubbleheads.
what's that? I haven't heard that. I'm from NoCo too.
Yo, it's all around with Jamestown.
Okay.
Like further in the back, like the wooded area.
By the creek?
I believe so. They always talk about it's supposed to be these people with like deformed heads and shit. And like if you go down,
is it the one right behind like Aldi's off the Rock Road?
No. This is like off of Lindbergh, like all the way towards 367 area.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't heard about that. We're gonna have to get together. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get security on that one.
Word.
Which
we gonna be good.
I learned. I tell you what I learned. Security is sometimes, and I not just 2-legged, 4-legged too.
Oh yeah, dogs. Yeah, they be the shit.
No,
yo.
coyotes.
Oh,
we were being flanked. We were being hunted.
Well, tell that story because this is kind of an interesting story about this.
Scary. Yeah, so
this is one of our first investigations. I think that kind of got us really into paranormal hunting because this was a case that was deep and dear to her because she followed it when it was happening back in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So it was her idea. Let's go investigate this place and go from there, April. What happened?
So there was a case. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Her name was Angie Hausman, and she was snatched up over in North County by right off Baltimore and St. Anne. And they found her like tied to a tree, and like it's really a sad story. Anyway, they found her, and she was no longer. And they found her out in Bush's Wildlife.
Oh shit!
There was one of the guys that went to. I think there was more than just one, but there is one guy that actually right after we investigated, maybe like a week or two later, they caught him.
Really?
Yeah, it was that, which was creepy because it's like this happened in '93. So I mean, like, what are the odds? So anyway, we went back there and to the spot, or like it was like maybe 50, 100 feet away from the actual spot because the spot was actually in the woods.
Yeah, and there's so many ticks and stuff. You couldn't really. It was deep brush. You couldn't really get to the actual site where they found her.
Yeah.
But we're in the vicinity of the area, and then we started running spirit box sessions on the spirit box, and we're sometimes you get some blabble here, then all of a sudden, April, or I think maybe Rachel on our team, somebody asked, who is here with her? And all we heard super loud on the spirit box say, Angie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my hair is going up my arms right now because it's like, that's one of the first EVPs we've gotten. So it really kind of pumped us up like, and then it started getting to say some names.
Yeah.
And it was to the point.
Names of the cops.
So it's to the point where we felt this evidence was so kind of cool and unique that she took it she found out that this investigation was kind of weird. We started doing this at the same time, and I guess an investigation for her killer was going on too. We didn't know this. So we found out then this investigation was going on, and she went to the police and said, hey, we did a spirit box. Listen to this video.
Well, I kind of didn't go in there like that because, I mean, like, they're going to take me serious. They're like, what the fuck, right? Like, here comes another wacko about this case, like, I wasn't trying to be like that, But I was like, look, dude, because I talked to the one of the guys in charge, and I was like, I know you're going to think I'm a crackpot or something, but look, this is just so you know, just so you know, like, this is what we got, if this helps you at all. I know it's not submissible in court. You probably think I'm a weirdo. Well, then a secretary was coming. She's like, what'd you get? So there's always somebody that's ready to...
see what you're talking about.
At least have their ears open, But anyway, we weren't too far into the investigation, and some sirens started going off, right? The ambulance or something. And then there was coyotes just start howling. We're surrounded by woods. I mean, there was a lot of them. And if they were so fucking close. And we're all from the city, you know, City 5. We're like, what?
What the fuck going on, yo?
You know? Like, and so we're like, okay, well, we ain't leaving. It was like one of our first ones. We was all trying to be big and bad, right? And then they started getting closer. And we're like, okay, it's fine. And then, so I believe it was Rachel, one of my investigators, like, went to use the restroom, just like, not really in the woods, but like right outside of it. And so us girls are standing there, and the guys go down the road, you know, give her some privacy. And she's going to the bathroom. She's quiet down. And all of a sudden, dude, it's just nothing but eyeballs in the fucking forest. And you hear them making that weird noise they make, like literally like 5 feet from us. I'm like, bitch, pull up your pants. Let's go.
That's crazy.
And
yo.
we're like frantically trying to get our shit together, which is all this equipment, you know? And nobody thought to bring, you know, I mean, nobody thought to be, you know, bring like a pistol or nothing. We're going with ghosts. Like, what is it going to do? It's like, okay, well, we didn't think this through, you know? So we pack up all our gear and we're walking, and they're just like in the woods, like flanking us, like doing circles. I was like, okay, I'm done. So I learned real quick that security is everything.
FedEx.
You know, and then sometimes you go in not so, you know, safe neighborhoods, and the majority of us are women. You know, he's the tech guy. He's got a camera to his eyeball. He can't see, not, you know. So I got a really badass security, Craig. Oh my God, he's awesome.
That's dope.
He's awesome. So yeah, we've known each other since we were born, but 5 tours in Iraq, just all kinds. Yeah. But which I should probably tell everybody in my team. So So I have Dawn.
Yeah.
She's my head of residential, and she's been doing. I'm not a fan of residentials, but she is really, really good at it. And,
So that's going to people's houses.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. And she's actually the veteran investigator out of the team. She's been doing it longer than any of us.
Okay. How'd you two link?
We went to high school together.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've known each other for like ever. And then Rachel too. We all three went to high school together.
That's dope.
She's got her own little thing going too, Rachel Paranormal, you know, and stuff. But she kind of helps with the liaison work. She's got a lot of good connections. She knows a lot of places are. So you ask where locations come from. Sometimes they come from all of us.
Okay.
But she does a real good job at it. You know, she got this event going and stuff. So, and then Katie, she's a newer one. You know, but we known each other for a long time. We were dog groomers at one point in time.
Okay.
Yeah, we were always in the office. Like we were. It was fun. But she's still got little ones, so she comes when she can, you know, or whatever. And then my kids, you know, Christopher and Donovan and his.
Juliana.
His fiance. So, yeah, it's a family. It's all family, really.
Yeah.
Even if we're not, you know, we're not blood. We've known each other forever. So, yeah.
That's hard, Joe.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And we got some people too to come to hang out with us once in a while, like our friend Kim. Once in a while comes out.
Now Kim,
my friend Chloe too comes out once in a while.
Yeah, Chloe comes out once in a while, and Kim actually named
The team, yeah.
the team.
Really?
Yeah, we used to work together, and and Chloe did too, serving. And we're just working one night, and she's like, we're, you know, playing with words, and as we're running back and forth with trays, you know, and she just says, Encrypted Souls Paranormal, ESP. And I was like, you literally just pulled that out of your ass. That is awesome. She's like, yeah, it's great, you know. So, but everybody's got their lives, you know. I mean, this is for fun.
Yeah.
It ain't nobody getting paid for this. You know, we do it because we enjoy it. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Some locations sometimes we got to pay to go to these like very popular haunted places. But you see them on all TV shows, everything else, and
Waverly
sometimes
Hills,
some of these places could cost $1,000 to $2,000 a night just to get your team there.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a small team, maybe like between 4 to 6 at a time. Maybe some friends will come along.
Team.
Maybe some friends will come along. So we'll hook up with some other teams too in the area.
Monster Paranormal,
and Caps and Cape Girardeau. So they'll do some events with us too. So we'll get like 10 people and $100 a person. will investigate these big buildings. So
Yeah.
we've been very fortunate enough to have some good teams to help us out to get to some cool places as well.
Yeah. That's hard, Joe.
We learn from each other too. Everyone investigates their own little way.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh yeah, he's the skeptic.
Yeah, I'm kind of a skeptic,
yeah.
you know, but I believe,
I
but I'm
hear
a
it.
skeptic, you know.
I hear it.
Oh, okay.
He used to not
He's saying
believe
his voice.
at all. He was just like, he's the one that, you know, like me and the girls, you know, we got our little gifts, you know, and stuff. And I'd be like, oh my God, I feel this or that. And he'd be like, sure you do. Okay. And we're just like, I'm like, quit mocking us. Like, we know what we're talking about, you know. So, but you need that, though.
Mm-hmm.
You need that.
Somebody to challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have those feelings as they feel, so I can't say how they're feeling, but to me it's like, I don't get those feelings, so.
You've never felt any type of presence or anything?
Yeah, very, very rarely though, but there's been some places where I got very spooked out. And sometimes it's just because maybe I'm alone.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Or-
quick
and
to
he's-
dismiss it.
Yeah, so sometimes you're walking around, you're just alone in these buildings. These are large buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to go floor to floor and set up the cameras and this and that. So sometimes you got to get a little spooked out. I'll hear something.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're bringing me to it, like, oh, I want to hear what's going on here. But sometimes you feel like a weird vibe. You're just like, I don't want to be here. Like, I want to be here, but just I want somebody else here. Just to kind of
Creep factor.
the creep factor,
Yeah.
and sometimes are they experiencing what I'm experiencing? You know, it's always cool to have some
He's always
validation.
Yeah, he's
I
always.
always want to
looking
validate everything, you know.
Which you do. You do. But sometimes when it comes to personal experiences, you just have to let it happen and feel it and know that that was real to you because you can't prove those things, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that's what I live for.
Yeah.
Is a personal experience. I mean, the evidence is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, but it's, you know, it's needle in a haystack.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're not there to perform for us.
Yeah, you can run this
So-
equipment all night. And we use a lot of equipment like EMF detectors, spirit boxes, portal boxes, SLS cameras, EVP detectors, recorders, any kind of full spectrum cameras and motion detectors, any kind of things, just to try to get some interaction with
He's
the
all
unknown.
about the tech, which I love because he's
So-
really good at it.
So people say, the best evidence is your own body and seeing it,
Yeah.
but so we try to validate it with this equipment sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're getting your equipment go off and the women in a team might be validating something else, it's kind of interesting to me that this is going on. Like, I know this box doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's just a random radio
he trusts
station.
the science. He doesn't always trust the human.
Yeah, so I'm trying
you know?
I'm trying to trust this sound. Like, I trust this to be. I can understand it. That's a radio sound. That's a voice. Mm-hmm. But when it comes out a full sentence on the spirit box, and you have no idea that it will never be played on the radio what they say.
Right.
So when you hear something odd like that, it's definitely like there is something out there. I know that I've heard things in this box that are not from that box. You know.
Well, and your third eye has to be open too.
Right.
You know, his was crusty shut when I met him. I was like, "You got a crusty third eye." But you know, the more you do it, the more it opens up because you're experiencing these things from the other side.
Yeah.
You know, so the feelings come with that. So the more you experience it, the more you're more in tune. Really.
makes sense.
And I mean, we smoke. You know, you do a little smoke, you know, before, not too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to be blowed, whatever. And, I mean, some places you're not allowed, you know, so you got to take a couple puffs before you go to the place. But it really opens a third eye. It really does. And it makes you be able to feel things a little more in depth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, and and not everybody does it. You know what I mean? But the one thing, I mean, you know, I don't allow alcohol. I don't allow hardcore drugs. You know, I don't. No, those actually make you a target for things to come and, you know, and attack your spirit or, you know, just mess with you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But there's other herbs that people use as well too. I mean, to do that, you don't have to do that, but done properly, it's helpful. It really is. So, yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of things we use too before and after these investigations. You know, you don't want nothing to come home with you. You don't want anything attached and things of that nature. But because you always put yourself at risk.
I was gonna say, do we necessarily have the choice of that?
Yeah, we do. I believe we do.
Okay.
There's a lot that goes into that. I mean, but you have, and I believe we have control of our own energy. What we feel, what we think, what we educate ourselves on. I mean, you could go spiritual with this too. There's people that believe, oh, Jesus protects me, and not everybody that believes in Jesus believes in this, but I believe my spirit guides protect me. It's all on how you look at it, really.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you don't feel like spirits can follow you and stuff like that?
I mean,
that's
they
what,
can.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a possibility, but again, you have to know what you're doing. You have to do things so that they don't.
Okay.
And I've never had a problem. You'll get some residual energy, kind of that's on you.
Yeah.
For a couple days or something like that. But I feel really protected because of the things that I do. And I'm really not afraid. I mean, I'm not saying I've never been afraid, but I know how to handle it.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I feel like, especially in the building that we're in, we won't say which one, but this definitely has spirits in it. And definitely in apartments before, I've definitely had ones that have definitely made themselves known. And it's not anything that scares me. It's just like, all right, cool,
Right.
I always look at it as this was your space before it was mine. So I just look at it with anything. You just show them respect and let them do their thing.
And 9 times out of 10, that's usually what it is. You know what I mean? In my opinion, not most of hauntings are just really sad. They're really sad. They're not evil. Not to say there aren't evil hauntings. Yes, there definitely are. But, like Waverly Hills, it comes to mind. I mean, that was a sanatorium. We've seen little shadow kids when we bring out like little toys and stuff, and they'd be peeking around the corner. And these kids died there from sickness, and it's like a going back in time and seeing what the history was. A lot of it is. And it's preserving that history, telling your experiences, repeating the story of whatever location it is. So keep that alive, because those people's spirits are always going to be alive.
There's a lot of spirits at a lot of different buildings now that live on through all these paranormal teams, always trying to find Zeke at the Limp Mansion, or
the Lavender Lady.
Or the guy in the dungeon at Ashmore Estates. Or that's Joe in the dungeon or something like that.
Room,
in the boiler room. So these ghosts get kind of famous for haunting people. So a lot of people are interested in the paranormal. They go to these places to try to experience that. And I think it's a good thing,
That's why it's so important for the younger generation to get into it too. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to live forever. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
and so that's why
spirit.
I get my kids involved, even though they're not like really hardcore about it or whatever. But they know the stories.
Yeah.
They can pass it on down.
Yeah.
And younger kids are getting into their YouTube channels and stuff. Like, I get hyped for them, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we retire, we like to just get an RV and a nice truck and just go around the country.
Go on tour.
Go on tour. We can't do it now because of my job, and we have a life in the house. But one of these days, we just like to do that. And
dogs.
Yeah.
Which
so that's kind of
we do. Our Rottweiler. She is one of our ghost trackers.
Okay.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. She was actually the event that we're having at the Hamilton school. I took her there.
Okay.
And
was this the one that was a puppy a couple years back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, she was tracking some spots like where she's a very friendly dog where she'll go everywhere with you. Okay. But she got to some areas where she wouldn't go downstairs, and she always had no problem doing that stuff. Like she was pulling back. There's some other areas that were she wouldn't go into, but then we found out from other people who investigated that house that those are some of the hot spots, and we didn't know that. So
yeah, I don't take her anywhere where I know for sure there's anything malevolent. But I'll just, give her the command. And it's really, you can only train them. They either see it or they don't. You can't train the dog to see or sense things. They have to be in tune with that. So as long as they follow the simple commands, it's so weird how they do it. And you get to know the dog's behavior so Yeah. It's really cool to see dogs do that in action, too. Oh, it's really cool.
Yeah, we're kind of wanting to take her back to this place again, but there's going to be too many people at this probably this event we're doing. So I'd like to give a shout out to that, though, because that's one of the reasons we like doing this. We like having events once in a while. We do them very rarely, but we got the opportunity to do an event where we could host a little ghost hunt at this Hamilton Primary School in Otterville, Illinois on Saturday, September 28th. And this is one of those places that's has a lot of history behind it. It's one of the first integrated schools in America. Mm-hmm. It was underground home for Underground Railroad, where they helped people be free. So there's a lot of history in this building, and there's a lot of good people out there trying to preserve this schoolhouse, the history, but there's some paranormal activity there. So they say, they let people go and investigate it, and their funds go to help the building survive, maintenance and stuff. So,
and it's not bad, stuff.
They're good hauntings. Kids. They have kids screaming and they're like playing, and so it's just kind of a real fun investigation because there's a lot of interaction with kids here, spirits, but not anything really malevolent, nothing really bad as we have seen so far. You never know. There always could be something there, but most of these spirits that are active in this building are very interactive. They'll play jokes on you. They like to show themselves sometimes. So we're hoping we catch some spirits or some evidence that night, and we'll be doing a session with people for a while. We'll be taking around using the equipment, let them get used to using some of the equipment, and we'll be talking about the history of the building. Then after we do like a little brief tour with the group, we'll let the group go the rest of the night by themselves. They could use the equipment we have there, or they could bring in their own equipment and investigate this building for a couple hours and see if they get some evidence. And like the proceeds are going, half the proceeds are going to the school to rebuild it. So it's a good thing. If you're interested in that, please check out our Facebook page at Encrypted Souls Paranormal. It's the best place to reach us. And
you can get tickets at Eventbrite.
Yeah, Eventbrite on Encrypted Souls Paranormal. So they're $40 a ticket, and it's from 7 to 1:30 in the morning or so.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And there is like a little festival during the day, right out there by the school as well. The people that are in charge of the school and stuff like that, they got like a little festival to make some, money to keep the historical side put up. Yeah,
it's a whole big weekend event through the primary school. So
hell yeah.
So yeah, come on out.
Hell yeah.
Come on, have some fun.
For sure. Did you guys say anything?
Sitting on this one for a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So I've been keeping quiet because I don't really like D knows I don't really get into the paranormal like that because it kind of creeps me out because I've had too many experiences. Yeah, there we go.
That's normal.
I've had too many experiences where it's like it's almost as if there's nothing else that could explain it besides that, and I hope that it's not that. Like, I guess my first question would be, what's the difference between maybe like an eerie feeling caused by something else versus like how do you know that something is either interacting with you or you're interacting with something? Because like, I guess
you mean
for
like
me,
what kind of something you're interacting with?
I guess like how do you know that you're in the presence of another,
Well, I think that's different for everybody, honestly. But I mean, if you're talking about equipment, I mean, it's going to come through. You know, the spirit box or something like that. If you're talking about like how it makes you feel,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were talking earlier, and yeah, when I was younger and I didn't know, like I was like, oh my God, a ghost. You know, yeah, it scared the shit out of me. You know, because I was uneducated on it, and I mean, you watch so many horror movies. Come on, that's instilled in your head.
Right.
And see, for me, I like to be scared. So I'm weird though. So, but I understand, you know, not everybody likes that. So, I always thought I never really knew what things were. I just knew I was scared.
Right.
And the more educated I got on, you know, just spirits and the afterlife, and you know, I even dug into like different religions and beliefs and just really did my research. And once you start understanding, this is just a person. This could be me one day. Like, you know, sitting here fucking with some paranormal investigators, you know, or something like that. Like, and you get used to it. You get used to it, is all I can tell you, if it's something you want to get used to. But I understand if it terrifies someone to the point where, no, don't go investigating, of course. But I would definitely suggest you just maybe read up on it a little bit, watch things. I can, you know, the Booth Brothers, any of their documentaries with their paranormal investigating, they really bring to light what it's really about. You know, it's not about demons and spooky and this and that. This is, you know, and when you start looking at things differently, everything's scary. The unknown is scary.
Right.
Everything's scary in the dark, you know, because you don't know what it is. But if you educate yourself on what it is.
But I understand that everyone feels differently from presences, or so what you might be feeling, I may have no idea how that feels, you know, because I don't get those kind of feelings. So,
so
I can't really verify that's something that's, hey man, there's a spirit following behind you, but that's something that's you got to discover on your own, what kind of energy you're bringing in. You know?
Okay, yeah, because there's been some like instances where like I can almost describe the exact feeling that I've had, and it's almost like replicated every single time. Like that's why, like, I guess I'm a little apprehensive when it comes to talking about this stuff, because there's a level of creepy and eerie consistency from you where it's like I'd rather not even explore it, because if I do and I become more aware of things like that.
I understand. Some people want to shut it out.
No, I've been there. And you know what? I'm glad that I didn't stay scared of it. Because, like I said before, you learn a lot about yourself. You really do. You learn that I don't have to be afraid of these things. This is a natural thing that happens when you die. I mean, again, depending on your beliefs, you know, everybody believes something different.
Right.
So I can't speak on, you know, what your beliefs are, but you just, I would suggest you go to one public investigation, even if it's for just a couple, 3 hours, and see. I think, like I said, I think you won't be as scared.
Okay.
You'll see that the way people explain things, the way people react to things in the paranormal industry is so much different than what you see on TV.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying we don't get startled or we don't get creeped out.
So have you ever asked of
Hold on, before y'all go any further, we about to take a smoke break real quick,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back.
Sounds
and we'll
good.
talk some more.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Where we at? 39. Oh, nice. All right. Peace. 3, 2, 1. We back. Okay. So let's get back into some more paranormal talk, yo. We was having some great chat outside there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got kind of deep out there, didn't it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's my favorite type of talk. For real. Okay, so let's get back to it. So a couple of things. I know we wanted to mix a little bit of the cannabis into the paranormal talk.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, if used properly, dude, it really does help.
Okay.
It helps you relax.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it just helps open that third eye.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's been shamans and stuff like that, like back in the day, and I don't know if they still do it or not, but Native Americans and stuff like that would use peyote to go into the spirit world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, I couldn't be on peyote and go on an investigation.
Now that is something I'm interested in.
Oh, dear God, no. I'm too old for that.
See, you look at me like that, bro.
Yeah, that'd be a good adventure, I think. With the right people.
Yeah, exactly.
I look at you like that because you went from... How you go from just... Never mind. Go ahead,
I would get, like, zero evidence.
Exactly.
I'd be like, I don't know.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay.
It would just be a bunch of video of all of us middle-aged, people running around going, oh, my God, I think I'm having a stroke. What's happening? No.
It's kind of too intense for this time of our life.
Couple little hits. It's kind of the same concept, just sort of, not as a...
I got you.
Hardcore experience, but just a couple, it relaxes you. It makes, for me, it just... I hear things better. I feel things better, even.
Yeah.
Sometimes with paranormal investigation, you're investigating. You're sitting in a room for an hour in the silence, listening to every sound, and sometimes you get in a trance. In that kind of world, and sometimes the cannabis kind of could help you zone out, zone in. Especially for somebody like me who's really hyper. I need that to kind of calm my body down.
Yeah,
get to this level where I could kind of feel like, okay, I'm ready to interact. I'm ready to, because sometimes I don't want, I don't want to interact at all. But some days I'm really interested, like, man, there's something really cool going on right here. And get into that zone, and it helps me a lot.
And that's valid, because when I'm normally not like a hyperactive, person like he is, but being the lead investigator, I am everywhere. I'm running here. I'm running there. I'm like, you guys need this. You guys need that. Okay, so my mind a lot of times is on one step ahead, and when I can stop, what I'm saying, the weed kind of helps me, like, okay, don't be so scatterbrained. Take this, let's chill. Let's get in the zone. Let's get these lights out, and stuff like that. So it does. It really does help. And especially with him, too, because, he's supposed to follow me with the camera. And, of course, he's, like, on a completely different floor. And I'm like, damn, where's my cameraman? Like, dude, did you smoke before we went? Because I really need you right now. So, like, yeah, there is a huge difference, and and then so yeah, you just get more in tune with the spirit world and what you feel.
Hell yeah. Oh no, like, yeah, I could totally see that. Honestly, I kind of want to. I wish I kind of turn it on.
You want me to turn the spirit box on for a couple minutes?
Yeah. I mean, before you turn it on, y'all want to talk a little bit about it?
So this is I got the name covered. This is a spirit box. I think it's a PB2 spirit box, and it's basically a radio that turns on at really fast frequencies, 300 milliseconds a minute. So it's all you're hearing. You'll hear it in a second. Hearing it's just static. So what is this going through these radio stations super fast? And the theory is that the spirits could use this white noise and to speak through it. Sometimes it takes many sessions at different places for what we would call spirits to learn how to interact with these devices. Sometimes we'll run a device here and we'll get nothing. Sometimes spirits catch on right away and could throw their voice through here.
It's like they use the radio voices from all these different stations. It's going so fast, and they'll use that as like their voice.
Okay.
You hear? We won't leave it on too long because it gets kind of staticky. So. Sorry, just 1 second.
And when you hear the blip, 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 that's the radio stations.
So now is when you would ask a question. Is there any spirits with us tonight? Is there anyone that would like to interact with us? Can you give us a name? How many spirits are here with us right now? This is Paul, Apryl, Donovan. Can you repeat any of our names? So, it's a lot of that. If there's anyone who wants to communicate with us, could you please speak through this device? So it gives you an idea what this spirit box works.
We don't want to run it too long. We're not trying to whip anything up on your
Yeah.
house. I don't try not to do that.
So you can see it's a lot of listening to, and it's a lot of trying to figure out what's radio,
I thought I
what's
have to
not.
name Ann twice, but I'm not sure.
So when you're in pure quietness in these places, and this, you're listening through headphones, so you're really hearing you're getting every detail. We have got many voices come across this box, and that's what makes me want to use it and believe in it. Because if I didn't ever hear anything, there's some devices we got that we never get any evidence on, so I don't even use them. Like, this is one of my go-to deals, because I find it to be very giving, just the way the spirits have communicated with us. And we always thank the spirits too. Hey, thank you for communicating with us. Thank you for letting us know you're here. We'll try to come back and speak to you again. So we're always trying to pull out what's there. We've done some cool buildings. This one, like in DeSoto, we used to do before they sold the property. This lady had this cool house, and there was a murder there, pretty bad murder, and pretty bad. Somebody died there and was left there. It's also an area where Civil War hospital was right around this area. So there's actually a suicide next door as well, where the guy ran into their property and died. So there's a lot of horrible things have happened around this area in this house.
Lit. Oh man!
So we would go into this place, and this lady would let us investigate this whole thing at night, and we started getting the girl who was murdered there come through these boxes with her name numerous times, which we thought was kind of cool. And we also had a lot of interaction with, we believe, was an older gentleman. Was it Isaiah? Was his name, or
I can never remember his name.
I got it written down in notes somewhere.
It was a different name.
Yeah, it was a different name where he would end up, we'd open a bottle of whiskey, little, airplane bottle of whiskey, and hey, if you want this, we'll leave this open for you, because we figured an older man died there, maybe drank his whiskey, country boy, we would bring a deck of cards in there and play fake poker with the ghost. I'd go there and set up blackjack.
Right. It's about interacting with
And
them
I would,
in a positive light.
Yeah, I would say if you want me to flip this card, please make that light go off. We've had it where we had lights go off for these questions. Is it a fluke? Is it the energy we're pushing through in our own bodies, or is there something there? So we were doing that one time, and another funny story was we're one of our first kind of started, and it was just all these girls on this team, all these women just little on me, just doing all the filming, and we're in this place called the Arlington Hotel in DeSoto, and the girls are doing a spirit box. And once in the video, I was seeing orbs, fly across the room once in a while. And sometimes orbs are dust, sometimes orbs are orbs. So was just kind of interesting, and I started saying, this was an old speakeasy kind of place, so there was a lot of men entertainment, so we're just like, hey, the girls will dance for you if you make this device go off. So the girls are dancing and having fun. It's just goof around saying things, and finally the spirit box says, got it. But the light didn't go off, and I looked over the next day in the tape, you could see an orb hit the device the same time it said got it. But, so we didn't see it there, but it was kind of cool. We got that evidence, and it's like, so something was interacting with us, because just two things I saw. I saw an orb on video and say got it at the same time to me. I'm like, that's just...
I think a better, or just as good as example is the Whaley House, that picture I was showing you in San Diego, California, which is labeled the most haunted house in America. And we were there Christmas Eve 2 Christmases ago, with his dad and his aunt. And it was supposed to be a public investigation. Well, I guess being Christmas Eve, nobody showed up. Mm-hmm. So we literally got a private investigation for, I don't know, it was like $100, $150 a piece. Normally it would have been like $3,000 or something. So we got really lucky. And there's a lot of history to the Whaley House. You can go and research it and stuff. But the lady of the house, the lady spirit of the house, mm-hmm. in life, she would always she was known for her parties. Mm-hmm. Way back in the day, where you have balls and stuff like that. And there was a piano still sitting there, and they had it still kind of set up. And it being Christmas Eve, I was like, well, she used to put on parties. Like, let's start singing Christmas songs and stuff. And so we had the REM pod, which will light up if when it feels like, what is it, electromagnetic energy. So if you put your hand over it, it'll light up or something. And we started singing, and it just started going off. And it started going off to the tune of the song that we were singing, mm-hmm. like she was playing the piano. You know what I mean? As mm-hmm. she did before in life. So that night was absolutely amazing. That's when I really, really felt, like I knew it before, but I really felt what their human life was before, mm-hmm. And it was like, so it's funny, I always tell them, like, I got more dead friends than I do live friends,
Yeah, that was so weird as we're starting, my dad and my aunt are in their upper 70s, so they're like, yeah, we're just going to do this with you, have some fun. They wanted to see what it's all about.
Auntie's not in her upper 70s.
Okay, whatever.
She's gonna
She'll be bad. I'm sorry, Auntie. Well, so she was really interested in it as well. So when we went there and this was going on, it was a good family moment. Shared this with my dad and my aunt and my wife.
Yeah, it was like we were at that party.
Yeah.
From 18 whatever it was, on Christmas Eve at the most haunted house in America.
Music is we get a lot of interaction with music. Mm-hmm. Lemp Mansion, I'm sorry. A lot of interaction with music there. We start playing old time music of the era, and we'd ask them, though, can you name this song? And one time we got the name popped up as she was asking, so it kind of was a really cool experience that night.
Yeah, there's a clip of it on the Facebook page there.
Yeah, we do have Facebook. We don't post too much because it's so time consuming to go through all this video. Once in a while, I'll put some new stuff up there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Share what we can go through. I mean, we have years worth of evidence.
I have so many tapes I haven't got a chance to go through, but usually I've been so busy lately, but I usually would go after the night, after the investigation. If I got a good clip, I'd put on YouTube or something right away. And mm-hmm. I do have some good ones from the last investigation I need to do that for, but we had it where she was like, oh, what's the song? And it said right in our spirit box, Figaro. It knew the song.
Figaro,
whatever it was. It was
Mozart. So, yeah. So it's Lemp Mansion, if you want to get some good communication, that's where you want to go, because those spirits right there, they know how to use the equipment, because there's so many people investigating it like every other night, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say a St. Louisan who wants to experience paranormal activity or just go, to a ghost hunt, spend a night there, that's one of the places I would recommend going to first. It's very active. They're very interactive spirits if you're kind to them. I mean, if you're kind of a jerk to spirits, hey, show yourself, and you got to be here, and you start being very dominant. Sometimes you attract the wrong kind of energy. That's not the energy we're trying to attract. We're just trying to find out. We want to see positive energy in most part.
Mm-hmm.
So you should check it out, man. Definitely.
Hell yeah. Nah, this was very interesting, especially like turning on that box.
Yeah, haunted Illinois. There's a lot of places out there that are haunted. It's very close to St. Louis, so the east side over there in Alton area that has a west side over there in Alton. They have a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of cool places. So if you're interested in paranormal, that's another good place to check out.
Or you can come to our event on the 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or check out that, or check out our Facebook page, which we keep pretty much posted on our events we go to, and sometimes we'll be like, hey, we're checking out this place. Come on, hang out with us. There's always something going on in the paranormal community. And
But no, you were talking about the spirit box. Yeah, it's when we first started doing it, it's kind of hard to decipher. At first, like what you're listening to. So people who don't hear it all the time, you're like, what is? Did it say that? Did it say that? But the more you listen to it, the more you, like anything else, you start understanding it more. And a lot of times, not just a spirit box, but voice recordings. It's when you go back, you go home, you slow it down. You look at it or listen to it, whatever it is. And that's when you can really get, some hardcore answers. Because sometimes it's hard to decipher unless it's really, really clear.
And with the spirit box, I made a portal box, it's called. So it's basically a spirit box put into an amplifier with like certain guitar pedals, so take a lot of noise out of it. So running a portal box, we run this box into this portal box, and we're using the effects of the guitar pedals to take all that noise out of it.
Oh,
so you're not hearing the...
And you get an echo.
So you're getting just...
So you can hear it more than once.
You're only getting around 25% of the static. So you're hearing a lot of the voices only, and we have it where it echoes too. So if you hear something, it just says, hello, then it'll go, hello, 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 hello. So it gives us a chance to hear it a second time. It also gives the spirit more white noise to push their voice through as well.
Yeah, he made that thing, and it's absolutely amazing. That's like one of our main things we use now because it's so much clearer.
Okay.
Some cool stuff. There's a lot of different devices, and it's kind of like a lot of nerds got ghost hunting because it's all these cool devices you could use, and cameras and lights go off to this kind of energy, and this music box plays when something walks by. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. But people tell you to like dowsing rods and just their own bodies is probably the best paranormal equipment you could buy. But if you're interested in the paranormal, and if you want to get one piece of equipment, get yourself like she said, a voice recorder. Turn it on, ask questions, maybe for like 30 seconds. Turn it off, replay it, see if you get anything.
I would suggest wearing headphones too. Okay. That always
try it again. Don't give up after the first time. It might take months of doing it, but sometimes these spirits need to learn this stuff. And there's like just many times we've done investigations and we've gotten nothing all night, and you're disappointed.
It can get real boring,
yeah,
dude. It can get boring as fuck.
Yeah, I can see that.
But we're not going to sit there and say like, we're not here trying to fake it or be a TV show. Like we don't need all this drama and stuff. So we're doing it for fun. We're doing it to learn about it.
Dude,
so
we do it for fun. We do it for the hobby.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to be, movie stars or nothing.
Yeah, so we don't have all that drama. We don't have to be like, oh, we heard that. It definitely said that.
We just do our own thing. We don't care what anybody thinks. And we are who we are, you know?
Like that, yeah.
And we just keep it real.
Yeah, I don't care about Facebook likes or anything.
We're
so
normally not really kid-friendly, you know what I mean? Because we cuss and we smoke weed and I smoke cigarettes and, but I usually don't take anybody under 18.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It is a grown-up thing.
That makes sense.
Because even if somebody doesn't believe in it, doesn't mean, something can't happen to a kid. Freak out a kid,
That's a fact.
Yeah. But,
I feel like kids feel things more than anyone.
Oh, they do. They're close to the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
And animals as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Kids and animals.
Yep.
That's kind of why I want a cat, too.
They're good little spiritual protectors, too.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you right now. If I see my cat swinging or staring, I know exactly where I'm going.
I'm telling you, though, sometimes when I be getting creeped out, in the middle of the night and I'm the only one up, I'll hear something. I'll look at the dog. What are you doing? Are you cool? Is it cool?
I lived in a place where when I was younger that had some hauntings there, and we asked it kind of to leave, and it ended up leaving the place, and we never had it again. So sometimes, if you have those experiences, you just gotta ask it to leave. Like, hey, I'm not here to harm you. You almost people think you're crazy talking to something that's not there, but for me, it has worked in the past. Just asking something to like, hey, we share the space, like you said earlier. Leave us alone, please.
I have a friend that just recently came to me with her toddler. Was like, so she's talking to a ghost, and I'm like, oh god, that's creepy as hell. I know what you're getting. See a little kid talking. That shit is creepy. Okay, because the kid is not faking it. They're too little, like they're babies. So I'm kind of talking her through that and stuff. She's handling it so well with her daughter too. Like some people are just, they don't listen, or maybe it's against their religion to believe in it and, whatever. But, it's kids definitely, they know. Yeah, they know.
So I guess my last question would be, at least for me anyways, when you interact with, a spirit or whatever the case may be, like, is there, like, what are the next steps? Like, is there a goal? Like, are they trying to, I guess, the space that they occupy, are they trying to stay in that space? Do they want to leave that space? Like, is that information that's relayed to you?
Well, sometimes, it really depends on the location, what kind of haunting, quote unquote, it is. Closer?
Yeah.
Okay. It really just depends on what kind of haunting it is. We've run into spirits that it's my space, get out. I don't want nobody here, go away, that kind of thing. And then sometimes you'll know through the equipment or maybe a feeling, and it takes practice, that's for sure. It definitely takes practice, and it takes, like I said before, just being educated on the paranormal itself and what feelings you're feeling or what the device is doing or, whatever that is. So, yeah, there's the end goal is just to make communication.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully get evidence of that. I mean, that is definitely on the top of the list. But like I said before, we do this for ourselves, and to have those personal experiences. And if we can prove them, great. Great. We try to. But anything can be picked apart. A video, a picture.
Yeah, there's so much faking on the internet these days. Sometimes it's hard to say what's true, what's not.
Right,
So even if you're trying to be honest, people will never sometimes really believe these days because there's so much fake news.
Yeah, I don't even know what
there.
the hell I'm looking at when I look at paranormal evidence from all these other, stuff on the internet. I'm like, well, hell, I don't know. It could be real, but AI's gotten so good that you can just replicate anything. So.
That's actually a really interesting point. Okay, I guess I have another question. So I guess in the line of work that y'all do with the investigations and everything like that, I guess how do you either leverage AI to help, or like do you try to mitigate its use in what you do? Like, is it more helpful than it is harmful to you?
Yeah, we don't use any AI at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
we try to keep things simple and basic.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no AI.
Sometimes the technology could get so advanced in the paranormal industry that one thing is you can't afford it, and some of this equipment has only gone to these real professional teams out there, who've doing it for years. And we're starting out with the basics. We got a nice piece of some nice piece of
we don't
equipment.
have Travel Channel backing us up.
Yeah. So we do the best we can for what we have, and
we really keep trying. Yeah, I mean. We all have our own equipment that we like the most or whatever, but AI should never, in my opinion, I mean, I'm not a technical person, so maybe I'm saying the wrong thing, but I don't see where AI would ever need to be used.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Again, I don't know what any kind of big time equipment that's out there. I could be wrong, but We use the bread and butter stuff. We really do. I mean, he builds stuff and SLS camera and, things of just that heats. What is that called? The FLIR. The FLIR camera. It's you'll see like the hot and cold spots, and stuff like that. But I would never interact AI with any of my videos, any of my evidence whatsoever, because that kind of defeats the purpose.
Exactly.
Know?
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. I mean, that answers my question.
We want to be taken seriously if we do find evidence, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you learn over the years too. What we thought something was something 10 years or 5 years ago maybe was nothing.
we debunked it.
We figured it
Yeah.
out. Okay, and you learn as you go and be like, man, there's sometimes we used to think all these little orbs are popping up on the screen, and you found out this is dust. So and then you learn these things because sometimes these infrared cameras, they pick up a little bit more than a regular camera would do that we don't see at the nighttime with these IR lights. So
Yeah, you got to figure out. I mean, there's no like tech school to go for paranormal stuff. You just got to, when you first start, you're just winging it.
That makes sense.
You're just like, I mean, you can educate yourself, or maybe you have somebody to show you or something, but you're like, what the hell was that? Like, we got something. We really do. And it's like, no, we don't got shit.
yeah, there's like there's some equipment like I bought and used, and it's like I don't go to it all the time, But then, because like I said earlier, it's like you trust certain equipment. Like I went through this so many times and used it so many times that I trust it.
But I'll tell you what, you see when you start debunking your own shit, you see how like where the Hollywood effect comes with some of the stuff on the TV shows too. You're like, oh, I know what he did when he said this was evidence, which those are great for entertainment, and they are. And I mean, I can sit here and bag on them and or whatever, but at the same time, hey, they're making their money, man, and they're entertaining people.
And they're ghost hunting. They're doing something cool.
And years and all those years ago when they first came out, I mean, I didn't know you could hunt ghosts. Nobody did, not for real.
Yeah.
So they kind of paved the way, at least,
Exactly.
for us to get out there and do our own little thing.
Yeah, no two teams investigate the same way.
Right.
Okay. I got probably 2 more questions for you. So give us one good smoking story if you got one, like a funny one.
A smoking story?
Yeah.
I don't have a smoking one, but I got one.
Okay, that works
Okay.
too. It's 2 terp
Okay,
things.
okay.
Terpenes. We do all types of terpenes.
So, okay. Me and my investigator, I won't say her name because I don't know if she wants people to know, and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
But we and one of my friends, last Christmas, she was like, girl, I got some shrooms. And our kids are all grown. We don't do Christmas anymore, And I was like, ooh. She told me we should do it on Christmas. And she's like, okay. So she comes over and we just start eating. I'm like, I don't feel anything. Now, mind you, it's been like 30 fucking years since I even touched the shit. Okay, like I grew up in the rave. Like, okay, I had my moments, more than my moments, but dude, we just kept eating and eating and eating. He's like, what do you guys stop eating them? Right? We're like, we're fine. He finally takes the bag because he's babysitting us, So we're sitting there and we're just fucked up. And he gets out, we're like, get out the Porto box, because we can use the frequencies to, this is going to get really weird, but so we're basically trying to have like a low-key ayahuasca kind of experience in whatever form that may be on these shrooms. And so we're using the frequencies from the Porto box to get us there. And it was really fucking cool, right? Okay, like that's a whole other podcast right there.
Okay.
But I'm sitting there and then like we're not coming down and we're not coming down. I'm like, dude. And I was like, I can't feel my right arm. I think I might be having like a stroke or something. And he's cracking the fuck up, right? Cracking up. I'm like, I knew I was too old to be doing this shit. Oh my God. my friend, and mind you, I'm laughing all at the same time, but like I'm still kind of scared. And then my friend's like, "Oh my god, I just killed my best friend. Are you kidding? I was like, I don't know. He's laughing. He was like, "Babe, you're fine." And I was like, "Okay."
But yeah,
that trip. My son, Christopher over here, he comes out of his room like 6 hours later. And me and my friend are still like, "Man, I love you so much. You're his best friend." He was like, "Dude, y'all are still tripping?" We're like, "It's Christmas, dude. Either one of us are Christian." Okay, so like, what we were celebrating, I don't know, but
shit.
Yeah,
the true meaning.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
yeah, y'all found out what the true meaning of Christmas was for real, yo.
That was my last hurrah, I'll tell you that. It was fun though.
Yo, that's lit.
I got a mushroom story for you.
All right, let's hear it.
So, doing some shrooms. We're like around 17, 18 years old. We're going to go out to this dance club called Crazy Rock, and we're just going to go out dancing all night, girl hunting, whatever. So we popped a bunch of shrooms, and that's the time when Dunkin' Donuts, you used to sit in Dunkin' Donuts and order a coffee at the bar. So we were there, we took the shrooms, like, we're going to order some coffee, and buddy's going to pick us up. So we go there, we start hanging out, waiting for a buddy. All these cops come in. Now the trip starts kicking in. These cops start talking about how they just came from this crime scene and they had to pull this guy take the window out of the house to get this guy out the window, because when he died, he exploded got 500-600 pounds. He just got full of water and I don't know what happened. So they had to take the picture window out to get this guy out of the house. And they're passing the pictures around and they come to us we're tripped. Like, okay, we're done. We got out of there. My buddy picked us up. So we're driving to, the best part of it was we're just driving to the club on the highway, chilling, tripping. And all we see is a guy fall from the sky. And he's in fire. And we're just like, oh no. We're screaming, right? Like scared. And then he bounces back up. It was a bungee over Chicago going on, and we couldn't see the crane. So the guy bounced up and he bounced back, and we just went from being like, oh shit, to just busting out laughing. So I thought that was a cool little thing that happened on shrooms.
I didn't even know that story.
Yeah.
Hell no.
So that's the story of the day.
Damn.
Thank you for seeing somebody jump off a bridge, shit in your pants on shrimp.
But it was just a weird night throughout the night, but it was fun, and it was it's one of the trips I remember.
That is rough, yo. I probably never do shrooms again after that.
Yeah, I'm not big into that stuff, but once in a while I dabbled it when I was younger. So
yeah, I've only done shrooms a couple times, not too many. Yeah.
Me and mushrooms don't go along too good, so my body doesn't like it, so I just rather not
my
do it.
My body used to like it, then I found out I don't no more. So.
Yeah.
That's what sucks when you get older. Like, even if, you want to, like the ayahuasca stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, because we were going to Costa Rica, and I'm like, dude, I was like, maybe, I'll try it or something. Like, I want to have a spiritual experience. And then I started reading up on it. I'm like, I am not going to be shitting myself and puking for no. That does not sound fun.
Not for real.
And then, and I'm like, yeah, no. No, just no. Mm-hmm. So that's why we did the shrooms thing instead, a lot more low key, and that was cool. Really cool spiritual journey. I'm glad I did it, but I'm good.
Yeah, shrooms help out a lot of people. I know guys used to microdose them just to help out with their anxiety and stuff. So I know there's some medical things going on in the shroom world. I don't really know too much about it, but I know it helps a lot of people though. So it's a positive thing. So everything's positive in moderation,
Ooh, okay. All right. Can I ask one more? Okay, I got one more question. Okay. All right, this is for you. All right, top 5 dead or alive. We're having a smoke session. Who you bringing in?
Oh, shit. Tupac.
Ooh, okay.
Snoop.
Okay.
Willie.
Okay.
Hold on.
You good?
Hold on. Fitty.
Okay.
And anybody from Easy.
Okay.
Or not from Easy, but from
I get you.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody
I got you.
Dre,
NWA. I got you.
I got one more person for you. You gotta add one spirit that you've met.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's good.
Damn, I wish I had like
shit.
a button.
Ooh, give me a minute to think on that one. God, all the spirits I met are old, real old. I don't even. Damn. You know what? I'm gonna bring my spirit guide,
Okay.
Kali Ma.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring her. She'll smoke with me.
Okay. See, I don't want to disrespect her. I was thinking about doing a drop, but I was like, nope, I don't feel like no disrespect.
She dropped something on you.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I ain't gonna do it.
Is this spirit guide like of the flesh or like?
No.
Oh, okay. So
She's like, no. Not of the flesh, no.
Okay.
But a lot of the spirits, I mean, off the top of my head, a lot of the spirits I met are like, they're like old school 1800s that like.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I don't
Damn.
see them like being any fun to smoke.
Nah, it was probably on that tobacco pack.
Yeah.
Like, they probably got the real leaves that they was rolling up.
Yeah.
Design there.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, them founding fathers was probably growing some stuff.
They wasn't like that. They was too uptight.
Yeah, right.
I think a lot of shady shit went down in the forefathers. Yeah, I think some real shady shit went down.
I got a place for you to check out if you ever want to go to Virginia or near Virginia, Roanoke.
Ooh.
No,
I remember hearing about that in the
there's
history
some
books.
paranormal stuff
Yeah.
down there. Like
What is it?
Roanoke, there's a part near. It's like near Jamestown.
Yeah, that's like where the settlements and all that.
Yeah, like the early. So the story goes like I believe it's Roanoke Island or something like that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
have to
like the
look it up.
tribes and all that.
Yeah, there was basically like a whole settlement that disappeared, like without a
Oh,
trace,
wow.
like without a
It
trace
ain't disappeared.
at all.
Put that on our road tour.
Hold on. Is that the same story that derived from It, the book It?
I'm not sure.
Couldn't.
I was just asking.
Yeah, I'm not aware.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of a made up story. I mean, but sometimes it's by Stephen King, but sometimes writers add a little bit of truth to their stories. So I was just wondering.
He probably.
I have so much paranormal crap in my head. I can't even keep track of it. It all just coincides together.
Yo. Oh no, this should be real, yo. At least to me, like you said. In my opinion, I like that. I like how you be saying that. Like, nah, this should be real. But I just go ahead and say for me.
Yeah, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
Dude. Everybody's
I like
different.
that. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna start using that. That might have to be the title of this episode, Joe. Yeah, for real though. But, all right, y'all. Go ahead and give us your social medias real quick.
All right, we're on Facebook at Encrypted Souls Paranormal and Encrypted Souls Paranormal on YouTube.
Hell yeah. All right, you already know. Shout out your socials.
Hypogrow 1 on Instagram. Encrypted Souls Paranormal on Facebook.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, and shout out to the homies Same and Jiggy. That's who I was passed off your seeds to.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Shout out to the Aussie homies, yo.
Yeah, enjoy it, man.
For sure.
I think you send them the cherry squirt. Did you send them that one?
I sent them both packs.
Oh yeah, you're gonna enjoy that cherry squirt, man.
Yeah, and then what was the clear pack?
That was the Sonic Groove.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one has the gushers in it, so it's a nice one too. A little lengthy sometimes. Ones I've grown, but flavor on it is amazing.
Okay.
Small little golf balls up and down the stems. You might find a pheno that doesn't stretch as much, but that's a nice one too. The Sonic Groove's a nice genetics.
Okay. Well, hopefully I'll tell them to listen to this episode so then they can hear that part. Let them know.
Appreciate the love, man.
You already know. All right, y'all. This been a good one, and we'll probably see y'all next week. We'll find out, but most likely we'll see y'all next week. It's been a fire one. Peace.
You didn't even give me your socials.
You're
man.
right. Wow, I'm tripping.
I was about to let you go.
Damn.
Wow.
You're getting Rob G.
No, I forgot everything. Honestly, I didn't say nothing.
Getting rusty, man.
You right. See, that's why I got you. Look at see changes, and now I'm already trying to change up. That's messed up. Can't be doing that.
Nope.
All right, dog. You already know what to do.
SLUM 3Ps 1D _ out. You know what it is. It's on the screen.
Yes, sir. And you already know. Shout out to the homie No Socials T. Make sure you follow Too T3rpd on Instagram or all socials. Make sure you hit us up on that YouTube. Subscribe, like the videos, check them out, and then make sure you hit up that Damn. Whew, I'm slacking today. All right. Make sure you hit up that hotline with the voicemails and text 314-399-9711. And don't forget to follow me, Donovan2408, on all social media platforms. Pow, pow, pow. Okay. Now, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
It's 2 2 2 Terps.